There are many subtle ways that your third eye can be touched. So I will tell those to you first. Extreme anger, extreme euphoria, loss, guilt, intoxication, revelation, stillness, evolution, self-love, unconditional love, this list can go on and on, because the third eye is your window into the realness and the truth of this world and the ones that you don't really know exist. But you don't have to worry about those worlds right now. This is the one that's very important. You're here for that reason. So if your first mission with understanding the third eye is to try and get away from this world, you're kind of missing the point. You wouldn't be here right now if there wasn't a point for you to be. So there is something for you to master in this realm, in this reality that you're seeing and waking up to every day, that must be done and can only be done here. Then you can go navigate as many worlds as you want. You're already really doing that in your dreams. But that's a topic for another time. Maybe a lucid dreaming video. Let me know if y'all are interested in that. But the third eye is like a looking glass. It has many layers. It has many lenses upon lenses that you can interchange and move out of the way of one another to create a specific combination of the looking glass that allows you to see a certain aspect or perspective of reality. Most people have gotten offended by other people's lenses, their perspectives of life. But if they could actually see the truth in the anatomy of the third eye, they would realize that the more lenses you have at your disposal, the more combinations of the looking glass you can make, and the more kinds or ways or waves of reality you can see. So the most important thing is clarity. The clearer your mind, the more you can see what's in front of your eyes at greater depth. Otherwise, you get lost in the haze. The smoke turns into shadows. The shadows turn into forms. The forms start to influence the way that you think. Your thoughts start to influence the way that you act. Your actions then change your reality. So you can see how important the clarity of your lens is when it is literally the basis of the hierarchy of reality creation and or everlasting change, which is what this reality is. We are waves upon the ocean of life. We will ebb and flow. We will rise and crash. It is up to us to constantly realize that we are the ocean. We do not have limitations. We are supposed to be able to see that clearer and clearer, and it never ends. So there is no complete clarity, especially in this human body, because the whole point of the human experience is to limit yourself, your true self, in order to learn a lesson or lessons that you would not be able to if you were your complete and absolute infinite self. So the third eye is that looking glass that allows you to observe the lessons as they play across the dream. Because believe it or not, this is another kind of dream. It's just this dream is a lot slower than others. So the dream doesn't dissipate. The dream doesn't dissolve so fast that it feels lucid or fluid. It feels solid because it's slow enough for you to keep having some sort of structure. The box, the cube, this symbolism of geometry is much different than the sphere. The sphere is infinite. The sphere just keeps going. There is no stop. There is no box. There is no cage, really. There is no boundary. But the cube has many boundaries, depending on what part you're on and how close to what corner. And your mind works this way. The trick is to stop allowing your mind to be influenced by the cube outside you, creating a cage or cube in your mind, and allow your mind to start being like a sphere. Because if you're on a big enough sphere, it would just seem like an infinite plane. You will just constantly be on the ground forever going forward. And just like your body, your mind is made of many, many little worlds. We call the bodily ones cells. Even Earth is a kind of cell. But you're not really meant to see it that way because you're inside it. Just like you're not really meant to understand the full depth of what's going on inside the cells inside you. And the consciousness inside those cells are not truly meant to understand their relationship to you. Yet everything still functions perfectly. And that is the real trick here. The way to preserve and protect your third eye from this very overstimulated world filled with an unprecedented amount of distractions and temptations everywhere is you must allow the nature of your third eye to bloom as it naturally does. Just get out of the way. Stop obstructing it with so many inputs. That is why fasting is so beautiful. Fasting is such an important thing that the human being can partake in as a daily practice. Because you are beginning to tell the body and the mind that you do not need of external things. And by not needing of external things, you actually gain clarity. Your body clears obstructions. Your mind becomes more easily focused and concentrated. But if you're constantly consuming inputs after input after input after input, there's no room for output. There's no room for you to do exactly what you were meant to do, which is create. That's what you're supposed to be using your third eye for. You're supposed to be interchanging the looking glass of the lens to find the clairvoyant path that you must create. And through that, you will find the actions that you must do that lead to more creations that inspire other souls to create as well. And the more you can do that, the more you become your real self. The more your faculties, or what some like to call these paranormal or superhuman powers, they become a part of you, but you're not attached to them to the point where you're trying to be like Spider-Man or Superman. You're trying to save the world with your powers, or you're trying to, be beyond what other people can do. That doesn't bring you any sort of validation or fulfillment. The fulfillment comes from the act of creation and those creations serving others that are meant to also create, to serve others and illuminate the whole world. It is a domino effect. It is a fractal, just like you are. Cells within cells, beings within beings, learning how to be, learning how to see. So that's the whole point. You're here to learn how to see. And everything that you intuitively know is obstructing your sight, from external herbs to external substances to external people, opinions, dogmas, rules, man-made. These things are not what your focus and concentration is meant to be on while you're here. This is a school. Earth is a divine school. And the library with the books, with the real wisdom, is not on paperback. It's not outside of your mind or your cells. You are meant to unlock it. And the first part that you need to unlock it is the thing to see, which is your third eye. You can't see the books if your third eye is calcified and closed. If you're eating the wrong foods, if you're consuming the wrong things, if you're constantly allowing your emotions to be pendulum swung into extremes all the time. You must learn stillness and poise. You must cultivate your inner garden to be a peaceful one. Then these things happen naturally. You don't need anybody's course. You don't need anybody's dogma. You just start to see that your being blooms as it should. Like the flower doesn't need to be told or taught or coursed how to first sprout out of the ground and then bloom its petals. You're supposed to be the same way. You don't have to think about it. It doesn't have to be conscious. It's meant to happen. Just get out the way. Let yourself bloom. Then you get to see your beauty and recognize the beauty reflecting in the mirror of this world. Ooh.